Hey there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to Trinity Stamps YouTube channel. Today I am sharing a sneak peek at a brand new stamp set from our March 2023 release and a die set as well. So the stamp set I'm using today is called Baby Bunnies, and it has 4 super cute little bunnies and a bunch of coordinating sentiments. There are 6 sentiments to be exact, and there's a die to cut out all 4 bunnies and all 6 sentiments. So let's see what these look like all stamped out. I taped my sheet of stamps to the door of my Misty. I like to do this when I'm stamping out a new stamp set so I can stamp out all the images, and then I can stamp it out a few times and have some extras ready to go for the next time I want to use this set. And it just helps me to see all of my new stamps stamped out the first time I use it. So that's what I do, and then it's easy just to clean it off and put it away. There you can see what they look like stamped up and ready to color. So let's jump into carpet coloring. I'm going to color every one of these bunnies a different color to give you some ideas on how you could use this set. So I have E55 as my darkest color here for this bunny, which I'm going to make a very light brown or tan color. And then I have E31 as my lightest color, and I'm just going to blend this out. And I have found recently that I like doing my coloring 2 times. So instead of going in the first time and trying to get the very perfect amount of shadow or highlight, I like to come in 2 times. And then the lightest areas of my image, I will only ever color over 1 time, even when I add that second layer. And you can see what that looks like here with 2 layers. And I'm adding a little pink to the nose, the cheeks, and the ear. So there's my tan bunny. Next, let's do a white bunny. So I have W2, a warm gray marker. This is my darkest color, and I'm just laying down a little bit of shadow. So this is the easiest one to do, a white bunny. And once I am done with that, I'll bring in W0, and I can just use that to soften out the edges of those lines. So when I blend it out, it's just going to give it a softer feel. And that's super easy. Next, all I need is a little pink in the ears, nose, and cheeks to finish it off. Okay, for bunny number 3, I'm going to make this one gray. So my darkest color here is W6. So I'm laying down all my shadowy areas and then coming in with W4 and blending that out, making the colored areas bigger each time I go over it. And again, I did end up going over this 2 times to give it a really nice blend. My lightest color on this one is W2. And I really like having an area that I've only colored over lightly 1 time and being able to leave that there when I go back in for my second colors. It really gives it a depth that I love, and you can see how he looks there. All right, for my last bunny, let's color a little black bunny. So I'm starting with W10. This is a very dark marker, so I don't need a ton of it. And then I'm blending that out with W8. And then my lightest color for this one will be W6. And this is the one I went over the most. So I wasn't really happy with my first layer. So I definitely wanted to do the second layer, make it a little bit darker. And so that's what I'll do here. I'm going to show you the coloring on this one for the second layer. Also, I left the chest white. I thought that was a nice little addition to this. And here's that second layer. So I'm kind of making the shadowy areas a little bit bigger this time because I wanted the bunny to be a little bit darker. And then again, the W8 area is a little bit bigger, and then I can blend all of that out with W6. Now, I will say I was not in love with this, how it turned out. So I did go over it a few times, and that really helped. I also was able to lighten up some areas that got a little bit too dark by bringing that W2 marker in and working it over my lightest areas. You can see here how I'm doing that. And that just helped lighten a few little spots that really needed toned back a little bit so you could see the detail on the bunny. So there are all 4 of the bunnies, my tan, my white, my gray, and my black, and all the markers I used to color them. Next, I'm going to die cut these out with the coordinating dies. I die cut out everything. I love that there's a die for all the things, and they are so cute. Die cut out. I love having a nice white edge all the way around them. Here's all the things die cut out. You can see that the sentiment dies do a bubble cut around the edges. Okay, now we need something to put our bunny on, so I am bringing in the new die set Picket Fence. This is a square die. It's going to cut, you're going to cut it from a square. My square is 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. I can also die cut the clouds from that open space because I won't need it. That part is going to die cut away from the fence, and there will also be a frame. So you'll see what it looks like right now. And there's also detail in the clouds. It cuts a little extra line, giving it some extra detail, and I love that. That's so clever. Next, you can see the grass cut there, my clouds, my fence, and how it all looks. So I'm going to color up my grass. It was just easier to die cut it from white because I was die cutting everything else from white. So I am using some Copic markers just to add some green to that. I have G05 and G09, I believe. So that is just going to give me a little bit of G14 actually is my lightest color, and that's going to just give it a little bit of like a gradient look on the green, and I love that. All right, next I'm adding some shadow to my fence with a N1 marker, and that's just going to help give it a little bit of dimension and interest and not be so flat. And this frame is just very thin, but you could make the edge of that frame bigger by cutting it from a larger square of paper. Okay, next I have a blue mini card. It's 3 inches by 3 inches when folded, and I am spraying and splattering on some Salvage Patina Distress Oxide ink just to give the sky kind of the look of rain. And then I will glue all the things together once I let that dry. You want to be really careful with your glue gluing down this piece right here because it's so thin. Next, I'm going to add my clouds and my grass, and then it's ready for a bunny and a sentiment. So for this card, I'm going to use that tan bunny. I'm popping it up with a foam square, and for my sentiment, I am using one from this set, but I didn't want to do Easter on these little cards. So this one's going to say happy birthday, and I am popping that up using the foam strips from the Trinity Stamps shop. They're great for sentiment strips and small things as well as shakers, which I think that this particular fence die would make a great shaker. I've been playing with that, but I don't have a video for that just yet. Okay, so next I am doing the white bunny and missing you. So I'm making a set of 4 cards, one for each bunny, and using a different sentiment on each to give me a set of 4 mini note cards. And they are, like I said, 3 by 3. So you want a 6-inch by 3-inch piece of paper, and you score it at 3 inches, and you get these cute little love notes. So the last one has the black bunny and says hello. You can see all 4 of them here, but I really felt they needed some embellishing. So I brought out the Gentle Blooms embellishment mix. They are like hard plastic kind of flowers, and they do have some dimension to them. The petals kind of stick up. So I'm going to put 3 in the corner of the fence opposite of the bunny on each card. I did play around with different color combinations, and then I wanted to add something cute to the center, so I have some more baubles I can bring out that match. You can see that Trinity Stamps, once they have something in one color, they usually bring it into the shop in all the colors. So I'm showing you the ones that I used here, but I had yellow and orange and pink and purple, and I'm going to even add some green to the grass. So I just picked out some of the smaller, there's even smaller baubles than the ones I used, but I used the second to the smallest for the center of these flowers. So here's the pink. It's called Bubblegum. It's very bright pink, so I love the contrast with the center of the flower being bright and the flowers being a little bit lighter. The purple is called Water Lily, and I think there's probably 4 different sizes of baubles in these sets, so that makes it really fun for different size flowers and, you know, having a variety of embellishment on your card because of the size difference. I love that. All right, so here's the green ones. I'm going to add 2 to the grass, and just, I don't know, I felt like it needed a little something fun there, so that is what I'm doing to embellish these cards, and I need to let those dry. And then I thought it'd be really fun just to stack these up with a few love note sized envelopes, tie it with some twine, and give it away as a little gift to someone, because none of these say Happy Easter. You could give them on Easter Easter, but they can go for so many occasions. There's Welcome Little One also that I didn't use. So two other sentiments in this set. I think that makes it really nice to use for Easter and then extend out throughout the year. So this new release hits the shop on March 2nd. So check back every day. We're going to have more inspiration for you between now and then on Facebook, Instagram, and right here on YouTube too. And then we'll do a hop for you on the 2nd to launch our new release. We'll see you then. Happy stamping. Bye.